To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Memphis. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, Portland, 4 games back. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Jeremy Grant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Walker. And it's Thibault in at the 2. And for Memphis, they've got Jackson. Santi Aldama is out there with Williams. Then it's John Conchal. And it's Gilliard in at the 1 spot. Always exciting to see 2 teams with bright futures, Greg. Young stars hungry to prove themselves.
And Kevin, the hungrier, the better, if you ask me. When you've got all that youthful energy and ambition out on the court, very special things can happen.
Passes to Conchal. Pass to Jackson. The jump hook. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Ayton. The pass to Simons. Left side, Grant. Back to Simons. Thibault for 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Reshot.
And he knocks down the first one. Greg, for a franchise like Memphis, is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
And the second free throw, good. Well, Brent, with the Blazers, it seemed like they were ready to take the next step a few years back.
Yeah, and then it felt like things sort of shifted in the opposite direction, and they're trying to find out through injuries and defensive struggles, who is it that is going to help this team make that next step.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis with the ball. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies team.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
That's good from Williams. And Williams drops them both. About a minute played so far here in the first. Simon's on the wing. 12 points his last outing. Pass to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Grant, that's good.
Wow, Jeremy Grant continuing to work on his game, stretching it out to the three-point line.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. There's the lob to Jackson, and stolen by Ayton. Grant finds Simons. Thibault on the wing. For the three. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And Anthony believing in himself that time. Just zero hesitation on that, Jay.
Here's Gilliard, covered by Simons. This is it to Aldama. Here's Gilliard, covered by Simons. That one off the back iron and out. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Grant outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
At the beginning of his career, Grant Brent was more of a role-playing forward. Those days, though, are long gone.
And no question, he just about tripled his shot attempts per game, leading to more and more points, has even developed that three ball to become a multi-level scorer.
Now, here's Simons. Following the miss by Jaren Jackson. Ayton, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Memphis called for the foul.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot off.
And Brent, we know one guy who would have been valuable in any era, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, with that size, he got that old school draw back to the post, physical center type of physique, but he works mostly on the block and doesn't create a lot down there. Each year he's trying to add a little bit more to his repertoire.
And the first one at the line is good. With the majority of the season behind us, GA, what becomes the focus for teams that have postseason aspirations?
Kevin, ideally, this is the time of year that you want to be hitting your stride. So you have to make sure everyone's on the same page and that you're united in the same goal.
Ayton hits them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Gilliard, covered by Simons. Pass to Jackson. Over Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, at 7-1, not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
Simons surveying the D. Grant kicks to Simons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simons has got 5.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get down and let them hear it.
teams deciding to change it up.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here.
His last 10 games have been exceptional, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. .122 left to play here in the first. Rose against Henderson. The kick out to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. The pass to Kennard. Out on his own on the break. Here's Rupert. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
What a finish by Ayton, using those long arms to snatch that pass up high.
Pass to Kennard. The feed now to Jackson. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
And here's Rose. From downtown. The shot, no good. And so it's Portland in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Jackson is out there with Williams. And there's Jackson. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Kennard in at shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Passes it to Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
Henderson passes to Simons. Good on the triple. Simons has got his third basket of the night right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Rose. No scoring in this one. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Kennard for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Kennard picks up the other end of that phone and says, I'll answer with a 3.
Henderson against Rose. Henderson outside. Over Rose. That one rolling around and rims out. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Williams passes to Rose. Now Jackson. Williams for three. Henderson pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Scoot Henderson became the youngest G League player ever in 2021. Greg, he was only 17 then.
And Kevin really speaks to his abilities that he was ready for that near NBA level of competition at such an early age.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Scoot Henderson spent 2 years with the G League Ignite team after graduating a year early from high school. He said, "It's my path. Since I was a kid, competing at the highest level in the world has been my main goal. Becoming the youngest professional American basketball player is just icing on the cake." Kevin, for him, it's all about ODD, overly determined to dominate. Back to you.
We've seen it over the last couple of years. The center position has come back into vogue.
And Kevin, we were seeing teams go small, lots of fours, even traditional threes play the 5. But with MVP level seasons from guys like Jokic and Embiid, the center isn't quite extinct yet.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson, a screen on Henderson. Outside Williams. Walker against Jackson. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Ayton. He kicks it to Grant. Outside, Walker. Pass to Henderson. Thibault with the ball. The pass to Ayton. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
You got to try to get Ayton out farther away. When you don't, this is what's going to happen. He's just too big and just too good.
Pass to Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now we go to our rookie leaderboard to get a check on the players at the top of the freshman class in assists over the last 10 games. Second, Scoot Henderson.
And those are some of the finest passers the rookie class has to offer. I mean, that's some great company. I think he'd like to stay right in that mix.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Last outing for Memphis. They won that game against Milwaukee.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. There's a screen by Aldama. Conchar finds Williams. Here's Conchar. Memphis moving it around. Jackson a screen on Henderson. Gilliard misses. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Thibault on the wing. He feeds it to Grant. The kick out to Walker. Fires from deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Gilliard. Fires away from outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. Hey, I was wondering, after the show, you guys doing anything?
Well, that depends.
Well, I got 3 free tickets to Golf and Grill. Includes the go-karts, the batting cages, and they got smoked ribs.
Why, is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
Probably because you don't own the place. And now let's talk about our game at hand. What a first half for the Portland Trailblazers.
It just kind of looks like they can do anything they want on the offensive end. And I think it's because they identified the matchups they wanted to exploit, and the other team hasn't adjusted, at least not effectively.
Yeah, smart approach coming into this game, and it's paying off. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Jeremy Grant. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. Here's Gilliard, still without a basket. Shoots over Simons, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Simons. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen.
Taking his motion right into the D. Simons does a good job of drawing that contact.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Simons showing he can be a capable scorer, but there's still some potential upside with his playmaking. This guy is growing in his confidence.
And Simons drops them both. Here's Gilliard. There's a screen by Aldama. Shot from the low block. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Grant. Now here's Thibault. Guarded closely. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Gilliard. Hasn't made one yet. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Aldama slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. In 2022, LeBron James joined Michael Jordan as the only NBA players who are also billionaires. But with the growth in player salaries, that's probably going to change. In fact, for those players entering the league now, every rookie class may contain 1 or 2 future billionaires. Good work if you can get it, Kevin.
Yeah. No kidding, DA. Thank you. Now, here's Walker. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Now here's Jackson. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Outside Williams. Here's Conchar. The three-pointer, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Great open look there. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you got to find ways to keep feeding Anthony Simons. Right now, this guy is on fire.
The dish to Williams. And Aldama has it in the corner. Back to Williams. Memphis moving that ball around. Passes it to Conchar. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Conchar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
Start it.
some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Kennard in for Williams. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. High arcing shot, and Henderson lays it in. Henderson's got 6 points.
And what a fearless move by Henderson, taking the contact.
Here's Gilliard. Henderson defending. Knocked loose and stolen by Thibault. Here's Walker. Gilliard with the rebound.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Now, here's Kennard. Defended by Thibault. Here's Jackson. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Thibault. Defended by Aldama. Clock at 6. And here's Walker outside. He can't get that one. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Gilliard. Lets the 3 fly, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's Portland holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They've got Kennard. Jaren Jackson is out there with Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Rose in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Rose. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. Outside Williams. Now the pass to Kennard. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Murray, the pass to Simons. From past the arc. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. Kennard against Henderson. Jackson kicks to Rose. Kennard on the wing. The 3 ball. Williams for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Henderson finds Simons. From deep. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Jackson. The 11-footer. It's not going to go for him. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Murray is screen on Kennard. 3-pointer, Simon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rose passes to Jackson. And again, Memphis no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Simons. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Henderson against Rose. Jackson from long range. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. GA, is it me, or does it feel like we've had more parity in the league the last few seasons?
Well, Kevin, the playoffs have been pretty hard to predict lately. I will give you that. There's been only one repeat champion in the past decade. It's a competitive league.
Now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Simons.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
He took charge tonight, and it was just that type of breakout performance they needed. As they try to shake out of the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in him just like this one. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Walker kicks to Grant. Now Simons. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in.
2 minutes remaining at the game.
Over to the wing. Now here's Thibault. Conjar covering. And now here comes Williams leading the break. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Passes to Conjar. Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment that it is far more than just a game.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Grizzlies. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Here's Conchar. And another miss by Memphis. Portland in total control. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Right wing. Grant in the post. Guarded by Jackson. Grant the pass to Simons. Clock at 4. Trying to end the drought. Rebound by Williams.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Conchar on the wing. Pass to Jackson. The kick out to Williams. No good on the three. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Alder.